What's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. Welcome to Kicking It Onside, where we talk football. We don't cover the games too much because, like I said, I don't have the money to pay for all the fucking games. I don't want to have 16 TVs in the house going on football. But we try to do our best. We usually talk about the big goings on in football and such. With me tonight, I have Heather and Tim. I know how Heather's doing, but how are you doing, Tim?
I'm good. I hate the fact that we're still seeing Chiefs games every week, but that's beside the point.
They're Super Bowl champions.
Yeah. That's
yes.
the advantage.
But they're shoving it down our throats.
Well, they're shoving a certain woman down our throats.
That too. I literally changed over from that team. We'll get to it.
We'll get into it because I have more to say about it. It's just something I'm just going to keep saying until people get sick of me saying it. I don't care. But it gets us views. But I'm just kidding. So anyway.
That works for me.
So I will go over the games here real quick. I'm pretty sure I watched the Packer game, but that was about it.
That was a devastating game.
I wouldn't say it was about what I expected. Green Bay I'll get into it. Because I've been arguing with fucking idiots all fucking week. Again, catastrophizing does no good. I thought it was muted. Catastrophizing does no fucking good, and you look like a fucking idiot. You're hating, you're being negative, and I'll give you an example. Somebody said there was a throw where Romeo Doubs didn't make a catch, and it was a tough catch. It was a contested catch. I mean, he got his hands on it, but he didn't catch it. And of course, the fucking Twitter Packer fans, they think they know fucking everything. They don't know shit.
Keyboard warriors.
Hold on. They said, who would catch this? And somebody said, Marvin Harrison Jr.? And I said, maybe. I'm sure he can catch it. He's a wide receiver. Romeo Doubs has caught passes like that before. It's people like that fucking annoy the shit out of me, and I say shit too. Stop fucking talking shit about somebody. And he's only a second-year fucking player. I can almost guarantee you Marvin Harrison Jr. would drop more than he would catch in that situation. Just like Romeo Doubs. Larry Fitzgerald didn't always catch passes like that. You make it sound like this kid, Marvin Harrison Jr., who is a pretty good receiver and probably will be the second player taken in the draft, if not the first, depending on the need of who the pick is. But stop catastrophizing, you fucking idiots. Like, you sound dumb when you do that. I'm just going to hate on Jordan Love because he threw an interception on a deep ball on 4th and 20. I will tell you fucking this, and I have seen it. Kurt Benkert said it. If he would have run his route right, it would have been a pass interference call, and we wouldn't be talking about this shit. But yet, here we are. Oh, Jordan Love threw another interception. It cost the Packers a game. Eat shit and die. Please. Just stop watching the Packers. If all you're going to do is fucking hate on them, just quit watching them. It's that fucking simple. It's just like wrestling. If you don't like it, don't watch it. It's the same thing. Just go find another team to like, okay? Because I'm sick and tired of the fucking people. I've been a fan since I was a little kid. And I went through some really bad times with the Packers. Like, really bad. Like, they were really bad. They were worse than they are now. Until you fucking people know what it feels like to have a losing season every fucking year. I mean, every fucking year. Shut the fuck up. It's 1 year. It may be 2. You gotta give it time. They're the youngest team in the NFL. I looked at their roster today. They do not have a guy over 9 years on their roster in the NFL. Their most experienced player is Preston Smith.
I was going to say Bakhtiari.
He's in like his 8th year. Shut the fuck up. It'll be okay. They'll get better. If Jordan Love isn't the answer, then they'll go get somebody else. You'll be fine, Packer fans. Trust me, you'll be fine. Am I frustrated? Sure. But I don't fucking jump on Twitter and say, this guy can't catch, this guy can't throw, this guy can't tackle. I would argue that the most experience on the Packers roster is defense.
It'll help with that too.
Tackling, and I said it today, is a perishable skill in the NFL. If you don't know how to tackle, you aren't playing. Especially if I was your fucking coach. If you're just playing fucking shoulder tackle all the fucking time,
You're done.
you're done. You're benched. I'm not going to fucking put up with it. I will have you fucking full-on tackle a dummy repetitively 100 fucking times. If you don't like it,
Ask for a trade.
ask for a trade. I'll fucking trade you. I'll get somebody in there that'll fucking do the job. Another thing that fucking annoys me, just real quick, and then I'll get into the scores, is when people say, well, this guy is making $8 million. The Packers or whoever will start him over a guy that is probably better. If that is the case, I don't think any coach in the NFL will do that.
No.
Because their job is on the line. Mm-hmm. If they do that, what? And it boggles my mind. Yeah, there's some politicking going on. But if the guy isn't getting the job done, I would try to put the guy in. There's a reason that some of these guys aren't playing. I'm going to go with they aren't as good as the guy that is ahead of them. How about that? Mm-hmm. Stop fucking saying, well, at least he could make a tackle. How the fuck do you know? Are you there?
Are you on the practice field?
Have you seen this guy fucking play all the time? Stop. Stop with the fucking shit. You don't know anything? I could be wrong. The kid could be better. The Packers could be doing that. But I'm telling you what, then they need to fire the fucking coaching staff because that is the dumbest thing I've ever fucking heard. That is just people making excuses for hating on someone. I fucking cannot fucking stand that. If you are going to do nothing but hate on a player because you don't like him, because he doesn't live up to your standards, go find another team. Just stop being a fan of that team. This is so lame. I am so sick and tired of trying to get people to... I was a coach. I am so sick and tired of trying to get people to understand that these people act like they do not try. Like I'm getting paid my millions. That's not the case. Because if they, and I'm telling you right now, they could get cut. Mm-hmm. The Packers can just say, you aren't cutting it, gone. They'll take a cap hit just to get rid of your ass. If you aren't going to fucking do the job, they'll get rid of you. Stop catastrophizing. For fuck's sake. It'll be okay. Imagine how the Lions felt for 50 years. Now, we'll talk about them, too. Imagine that. Stop. Think about what you're fucking saying. Don't just say something because you don't like what Gutekunst... It all goes back to the Brian Gutekunst thing. They apparently don't like him because they fucked over Aaron Rodgers. Honestly, I think Aaron Rodgers fucked over the Packers. Mm-hmm. That's what I personally think. If he knew he was going to fucking leave after 1 year, why take a $50 million deal? Just take the trade now. We could have been in year 2 of seeing if Jordan Love could play the game or not. You know? That's the way I look at it. Mm-hmm. Thank God we don't have to deal with his fucking salary next year. Packers will have plenty of salary cap to go out and get some veteran players if they feel that they can win with Jordan Love. If you see Green Bay in free agency go out and get a player here and a player there, and I'm telling you, Green Bay isn't going to go out and get a fucking superstar. Mm-hmm. But if they can go out and get a serviceable player, a veteran player, to help these receiving core get better, I could see them doing it. Everybody's saying, "Oh, they need to trade. They need to get draft capital." Nobody's gonna fucking trade for the players that you are talking about. Let's trade David Bakhtiari. Then you're taking another cap hit. His salary next year is $40 million. Guess what? Won't have fucking salary cap to fucking go out and get anybody that you fucking want. Stop catastrophizing. Shut the fuck up and enjoy football. And Heather can vouch for this. I am very passionate about the Packers. I'm very passionate.
There are TVs that can attest to it.
There's TVs that can attest to it. She is
And
right.
walls.
I just find it to be funny and unfathomable. And if a player is bad, I'll call him out on it. Has Jordan Love played very good recently? I'm going to go with no, but I don't think it's all his fault. It's not all his fault. It's going to be okay. And if it's not, it's still going to be okay, because guess what? You're going to wake up the next fucking day. It's just your team isn't very good. It's not like you have a stake in what happens. Just sit back and enjoy it for what it is. I enjoy it, but yes, I get mad. I'm not going to lie to you. So, I don't know. That's all I have to say about that. Thoughts, Tim?
I think we just made up a new word.
What's that? Catastrophizing?
Catastrophizing?
Well, you think about it.
Oh, I know what you meant by it. I'm just saying I think we made up a new word.
People act like the apocalypse is coming because Green Bay isn't good.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I got Patriots fans in the same boat. And that brings me to Patriots fans. Stop telling me that you want them to lose. You don't want teams. I hate the concept of tanking.
Why? You know what I'm thinking? The NFL is thinking. The NFL is thinking hard about this. Your team tanks. If they catch you tanking, you will lose your pick.
Please do that. I hate the idea of tanking.
You know what they need to do? Put a lottery out there. That'll keep people from that. They did it in the NBA.
Yeah, the problem I have with the NBA's lottery is they don't show you when they draw the lotteries.
What do you mean?
It's all in closed door.
Okay.
When they draw it. So I want all these lotteries to be up front, like you see the team get their name drawn. That's all I want. But
well, whatever. I don't give a fuck about that. They need to do some sort of lottery.
Yeah.
Draw the name out of... So I don't... You got this percentage of a chance. You got the wheel. You put it in there. You put however many fucking balls they have. And they used to do that, I think. They used to.
I don't remember.
They used to. They used to have a thing, and then the ball would shoot out, and then they pull the thing out, and they tell you what the team was.
Mm-hmm. That being said, like, if you remember the year the Colts, everyone and their brother and sister and uncle knew that they were tanking when Peyton Manning went out injured. We all knew they were tanking.
Okay, well, they weren't going to win any games anyway, so...
Yeah, but still, we all knew they were tanking. So why encourage it?
Even if they weren't tanking, they still weren't going to win any games. So it's really...
I know, but...
That team was really, really bad.
Yes, it was.
So I'm just going to say, even if they weren't tanking, they were probably going to win about that many games anyway.
Yeah.
The Lions team that went 0-16, same thing.
They were that bad.
They were that fucking bad. So...
You should look at that.
People that want their team to lose to get a better pick... Ask the Bengals and the fucking Browns and the fucking Panthers and the fucking Bears how that has been working for them.
Yeah.
Just saying, They're in the top 5 every fucking year.
The only one that
The Bengals have come out of that, but the way they've been playing, I don't know, man.
They might be back in it soon. Yeah. Yeah. That's all I got.
So, yeah, me too. Well, let's get into the games, and I'll try to go slow because Heather is reading to Wendy. Wendy's in one of those moods today.
Moods.
So the Jaguars at the Saints. I don't think I caught much of this game. I can't remember why. It was on a Thursday night. I think I was watching something else. But Jaguars won 31-24. The Saints, about as good as Green Bay, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
Green Bay's just not very good. And it is what it is. The Saints, just not very good. And I think it's the coaching staff. Dennis Allen's a terrible coach. I don't know how he got this job. Didn't he get fired from a head coaching job once already?
Who?
Dennis Allen. He's a head coach.
I think he did, yeah.
The Falcons beat the Buccaneers 16-13 on a last-second field goal. I picked that game. I don't know why the Buccaneers were favored. I think it was because it was at home.
Probably.
The Bears beat the Raiders 30-12. Bits and pieces of that game. Raiders are now everybody's the Bears are better than the Packers. I just think the Packers are dealing with injuries. Everybody was healthy week 1 for Green Bay, and they didn't look bad. They actually look like a team that might actually go 8-9 or 9-8. Injuries happen, man. It is what it is. That's what's hurting Green Bay more than anything. And the youth. Injuries and youth are hurting Green Bay.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The Browns beat the Colts 39-38. There's a lot of controversy in this game, I heard.
Yeah. Two flags at the end of the game are the ones that
now
people are up in arms over.
You have to give me context because
you
have to let me see what plays you're talking about and what people are talking about.
Okay.
The only reason I say that is I want to see actually what happened. I don't want to just... I mean, you telling me, I could be like, okay. But me seeing it would probably be
yeah. But I'll give you a general premise. It's the last two plays of Cleveland's last offensive drive, not including the kneel downs.
Mm-hmm.
The first one was 2nd and 8 or so, and they did a strip sack, but it's nullified by an illegal contact.
Okay, I did see that play. That's illegal contact.
Yes, it is. That's illegal contact.
I don't want to hear. No, was it? Yeah, it was. It was illegal contact.
Yes. That flag, I don't have an issue with. The next one I have a bigger issue with.
I seen that play, and I still don't have an issue with it.
My issue with it is that I felt the ball was untouchable. The next one was...
But it was illegal contact. It wasn't pass interference.
No, the next play. There was one more flag. So
my question to you is, that may have been, but wasn't... It was holding, right? Defensive holding.
No, it was defense. The next play in this sequence, it was a defensive pass interference call. The ball was 12 feet over the receiver's head.
Okay, but was he impeded? Was he impeded? So
yes,
was he interfered with when the? Okay, so let me finish. The way I interpret the rule is if he is interfered with while the ball is in the air, not close to him, it may have gone 12 feet over his head. Not saying he wouldn't have caught it, but Did it land in bounds?
No, it didn't. Because it was first and goal. It was 12 feet over his head going towards the end zone.
Okay.
Going out of bounds towards the end.
So how far out
To the
were
end
they?
zone.
How far out were they?
It was like first. It was first and goal, and they were like 5 or so yards from the end zone.
I can see them throwing the flag on that. Do you want to know why? Because the quarterback decided to throw it away on an interference call. He didn't want to risk the interception, and I understand that. They should have called defensive holding, if anything.
Yeah, but
I understand the concept. Either way, I think sometimes the referees get caught in the moment and call the wrong thing. But it was a penalty.
yeah,
I'm not going to say it wasn't. It was either holding. They were going to either call holding or they were going to call pass interference. One of the two.
And part of my other issue with it is the referee mechanics of they're not looking for the referees on the field are not looking for the catchability of the ball.
No,
They're
not.
just looking at the
Well, okay.
Is there
So
pass
I'm
interference?
going to stop you there because I have seen pass interference calls overturned by the booth.
well, this one I felt it should have been overturned by a booth, but that's my opinion.
And that's fine, but I think they probably went with it because it was either holding. And what is it? Automatic first downs, half the distance. Doesn't matter what they fucking called. It's still half the distance. I mean, one would have been on the 1, the other one would have been on the fucking 2.5 yard line. It doesn't fucking matter. 1.5 yards. I think that what game is this? 39-38. I'm trying to think. What?
Browns.
Yeah, Browns game, yeah.
Who do they play? Jesus Christ. I just said
don't remember.
Well, God damn it.
I think it was the 49ers, wasn't it?
No, the Colts.
No, that was last week.
Okay.
So the Browns would have had the ball on the 1 yard line. I think they ran it for a touchdown.
Yeah, they ran it in.
All right. The Colt, but it would have benefited. There's no saying that the Browns weren't going to score either way.
Mm-hmm.
Now it would have been a longer. They probably would have thrown it instead of run it on that play. But the point is, it was a penalty either way.
Yeah.
It doesn't
I get what you're
fucking
saying.
matter. It's 1.5 yards. Who cares? Defense has got to be better in that situation. That's just me personally.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, does 1.5 yards make a big difference? It's yes, it's a game of
It
inches.
makes the difference of you can run a tush push.
They're gonna they didn't run a tush push. They ran a hand. They handed the ball off. I'll
I
talk
know.
about that motherfucking play. Rayshon's gonna hate me, but
Oh, I agree with you. I still think it should be
the
a
Colts lost, man. Accept it.
Yeah.
And everybody's sitting here saying that, oh, they want the Browns to win. Shut the fuck up. You know what? Quit watching football. If you're going to do nothing but complain about a team fucking beating another team, it doesn't. Stop gambling on it. If you have a fucking problem with it. Everybody that bitches about it lost money. Then don't gamble on it. Don't gamble on the fucking game. It is so ignorant. People are so dumb. This is why I don't gamble.
Mm-hmm.
So that I can bitch about it. Say how dumb people are for betting thousands of dollars on a game.
That you have no control over.
Gambling, to be honest with you, takes the fun out of the game. What we do is fun. When we pick our games, we don't win money. There's no exchange of money. We're just picking games for fun. And bragging rights. It's not for anything else. I don't understand people.
Oh, I've stopped trying to figure people out.
Me too. The Giants beat the Commanders 14-7. That was weird to me. I don't know. I don't know what's going on in the NFC East. The Eagles
No one does.
The Eagles and the Cowboys are running away with that division. I mean, you got
Yeah.
the Giants who can't fucking. Now they're saying there's a quarterback controversy. Yeah, if Tyrod Taylor is the fucking answer, I want to talk about that. And I didn't last week. Dabble yelling at fucking Tyrod Taylor last week. I seen somebody posted on there. He should have just waited until he got to the locker room. The motherfucker's making $5 million a year to throw a fucking football to a receiver. If I'm the head coach, I'm fucking tearing into his ass. My job as a head coach is on the line as to whether or not you execute the play or don't. If you don't execute the play, that's a negative on me.
Yep.
It reflects upon me. Because I'm putting you fucking out there to do a fucking job. And you're getting paid almost more than I am to do said job. I'm going to fucking lay into you and say, what the fuck are you doing? And you know what I'm talking about. The fucking shit that happened at the half?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
What in the fuck are you doing?
They don't know.
Pull your head out of your...
Bro.
And Dabble, I can tell you what Dabble said to me. He said, pull your head out of your ass. Quit being a dumbass.
Mm-hmm.
How long you been in the fucking league? You should know better. If it's close to halftime, you don't fucking run the fucking football with 5 seconds to go. Are you an idiot? And I didn't tell you to check down to that. I told you to... And what he told him was check down to another pass option. You have 2 options. One of the options is not running the ball, you moron. We only have a few seconds. But yet, here we are. We shouldn't be hurting players' feelings. Fuck their feelings. Fuck them. I don't care. I'm trying to win a fucking Super Bowl. I'm not trying to fucking win over your hearts and minds. Fucking idiots. Fucking fans are so dumb. Just dumb.
We've established that already.
And then the next game, and I knew this what was going to happen in this game. I kept telling everybody. Heather was a little worried because she's been watching the Lions, and she's like, I don't know. And I said, if the Ravens play Ravens football, they will destroy the Lions. And what happened, Heather?
They won.
What was the score?
38-6, if I remember right.
Kicked the ever-loving shit out of them. Now, that question poses, are the Lions pretenders or contenders? I'm posing a question to you. Based on what you watched in that game, do you think they're Super Bowl contenders?
No.
Do you think they're beating the Eagles? Do you think they're beating the
No.
49ers? Do you think they're beating the Cowboys?
No, they're not beating any of the top-tier teams.
I don't think
they'll
they
probably win
beat
a round.
anybody that makes the playoffs, to be honest with you. I think they lose
They
their
may
first
win
game.
one round in the playoffs.
They're losing. They're losing round 1. They might go 11-6 or 12-5, but they ain't going anywhere. They're not ready yet. They're not ready.
Oh, no, I don't think they're ready
They're
yet.
the best team in the NFC North. I'll give them
Yeah.
that.
But it's the
But-
NFC North.
But by how much, we'll find out. The Patriots beat the Bills 29-25. I don't know what's going on in Buffalo. I really
None
don't.
of us do.
It wasn't for a I think defensively the Bills aren't as good as people think they are. And 2, they're missing some key players on defense, and that's not an excuse because a lot of teams are missing key players as well. But when you have an all-pro that goes down at linebacker,
That's hard to replace.
that's hard to replace. Next man up, but
At the same time,
Patriots
next man
don't
up
do
is
that
not
right
an
now.
all-pro.
I did hear there was something out there. Rob Gronkowski had a couple of good sound bites this week. He said, we never celebrated like the Bills, like the Patriots did on Sunday. We didn't even celebrate like that when we won the Super Bowl.
Well,
And the other soundbite... What?
They're all taking this opportunity because Gronkowski wanted to be Mr. Popular, Mr. Larger-than-life personality. He wanted a wrestling personality almost.
Well, he's friends with Mojo Rawley, so.
But Belichick never wanted him being like that. Belichick was like, you're here to do a job, you do your job. And Gronkowski's taking this opportunity to go after him for that attitude, for celebrating. It's like, they had no business winning that game.
No, they didn't.
No. The Bills just defensively are just not there right now. I think they'll figure things out.
I think the Bills are playing the Chiefs this week.
No.
No, it's 2 weeks from now, I think.
We'll see here in a little bit.
Yeah, I think they have a big game coming up this week. Or maybe it's the Eagles. They might have been looking ahead, too, is one theory I've heard postulated.
Well, the Eagles aren't looking ahead of anybody.
No, but the Bills were looking ahead.
Well, here, let me see. They play the Buccaneers. If they're looking ahead of the Buccaneers, they have fucking issues.
No, then if it's the Bucs, then no, they're not.
They just got beat. I think it's just they just didn't show up.
Yeah.
The Seahawks beat the Cardinals 20-10. The Cardinals I consider to be one of the worst teams in the NFL.
Yeah.
They are not as bad as Green Bay is not, and I've seen a lot of it. Packers may be the worst team in the NFL. Green Bay is not as bad as Carolina. Green Bay is not as bad as Arizona, nor the Bears.
Mm-hmm.
Green Bay maybe might be. They aren't getting a quarterback, and they aren't taking fucking Harrison Jr. Them three guys will be gone before they get there.
Yeah.
Stop your wishful fucking thinking.
They're probably
going to take it. Right now, in the mock draft, they have them taking an offensive tackle, Joe Alt, out of Notre Dame.
Okay, yeah.
The Steelers beat the Rams 24-17.
Right.
Hey, my upset pick. Everybody kind of snickered at me when I picked that. The Chiefs beat the Chargers 31-17. Patrick Mahomes looks like he's figured himself out again. All right. Another soundbite from Rob Gronkowski was pretty good because somebody said that they have this Up and Adams. I don't know if you've ever heard of them. They do like a podcast like this, and they were talking about how Taylor Swift is bringing in a whole new generation of football fans. Let me tell everybody something. When Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce break up, those Taylor Swift fans are going to go with Taylor Swift. They're going to stay watching football.
And
they're only following what Taylor Swift is doing. Boy, that's a fucking concept, isn't it? Stop with the Taylor Swift shit. It's a flavor of the month. It'll go away. I don't tune into football, and Rob Gronkowski, who I am not a huge fan of. Everybody knows this. I think he's a fucking idiot, personally.
He is.
I really personally think he is an idiot. I mean, I think he's dumb. That's really what I think of him. Mm-hmm. I think he's really a dumb person. But what he said is I think it was in sync. He was like, bye, baby, bye. That song. Mm-hmm. He said, we don't need her. It's about football. It's about football, not what song she's singing. So there's that. So Taylor Swift, nobody cares. Football fans real football fans do not give one fucking shit about Taylor Swift. I can honestly tell you, unless they listen to Taylor Swift. Now, I'm not saying that football fans aren't fans of Taylor Swift. I am not saying that. All I'm saying is a lot, like people like me, I've been a football fan longer than Taylor Swift has been alive.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've been a football fan longer than Travis Kelce's been alive.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah. I
don't care. I don't care. And I'm pretty sure that I'm in the majority on this, that football fans don't give a fucking shit about what Taylor Swift is wearing at a football game. or what she's doing at the football game. I don't think people care.
It's I literally turned over to the Chiefs in Chargers game, was it?
I think so.
And when I turned over, they were doing Swift Division. I'm like, and fuck this shit. I'm out. Bye.
Yep. It's a channel turner. The only people that are watching it are Taylor Swift fans because nobody fucking cares. And I did
They're
see it. I
pissing
did
off
see it.
football
Hey,
fans.
what channel is the Taylor Swift game on? She's not playing a game. They're not
No,
gonna fucking.
you have fucking.
They are not.
The one that annoys me more is you have fucking Jackson Mahomes being up there too. I want to.
I don't care about Jackson Mahomes. That was a last year thing. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. My point
I just don't like him.
My point is, Taylor Swift isn't gonna get the Chiefs a first down. Okay, Taylor Swift isn't gonna fucking make a tackle. Taylor Swift isn't playing in this game at all.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, there's a new fucking handshake going on. People are like on Twitter. My daughter is doing this new handshake. That handshake is older than me. Shut the fuck up. God, fucking people. Just quit watching football if all you care about is Taylor Swift. I'm telling you what. Taylor Swift fans, if you don't like football, don't watch it. Because sooner or later, they're not going to keep the TV on her, okay?
Nope.
They actually have to put... And it's CBS and affiliates like that at some point are going to be like, okay, enough's enough. Can we actually focus on the game? Nobody cares about... People are going to start changing the channel because it's going to get boring and it's going to get overdone. And it's just, it is what it is. The Broncos beat the Packers 19-17. Again, I said my piece at the beginning of this, but I do want to point one thing out. Everybody's saying... I want to point one thing out. Green Bay had the lead in this game. Defense didn't finish the job. Poor tackling.
Out of position.
Out of position, and not by the coach. The coach called the right fucking play. Players are getting themselves out of position. I literally sing McDuffie, inside linebacker. He's a 6th-round pick for the Packers 2 years ago or last year. He literally just crashed down to a spot. If he would have stayed in the gap, he would have had a tackle. But he ran right to an offensive lineman who's blocking. Like, why do you run to an offensive lineman? You're trying to get to the guy that has the ball, not the offensive lineman. That is what I'm talking about. That is getting yourself out of position and not knowing what the fuck you're doing. Because, number one, youth and not enough playtime. Now, McDuffie has shown some... He played pretty well, but I seen it. I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? He's already engaged, and now you're just... No gaps. Apparently, Green Bay just doesn't play gap defense, I guess. I don't fucking know. How about them fucking Dolphins? What did I say, man? You go up against a good team, they aren't that good.
Yeah, they've been exposed as being able to beat up on the weaker teams. They struggled with New England.
People have pointed that out. The record for the teams that the Dolphins have beaten are 8-20. What the fuck does that tell you?
They beat up on the... Yeah.
Look at people, man. And then the Vikings beat the 49ers. That was kind of a shocker. I didn't know, but the more I thought about it, the more I'm right about Brock Purdy. Now, apparently he's out for this week because he has a concussion.
Mm-hmm.
How much do you want to bet Sam Darnold is better? Now, I will say this. I think Sam Darnold is better. It's just Kyle Shanahan is He has
He
the
wants
flavor.
to
He has the
prove
flavor
that.
of. He has the flavor of the week as his quarterback, and everybody fucking loves Brock Purdy.
Yep.
So he's listening to the fans, but I can tell you right now, I think Sam Darnold's probably better than he is. That's just me. Other than that, that's week 7 in a nutshell. Referees again. I mean I seen it. There was some bullshit calls in that game. I wasn't rooting for the Vikings, but holy shit. There was one play at the beginning of the fucking game. False fucking start.
Hey, they did nothing.
Jawan Jennings fucking took like 3 fucking steps forward and they didn't call false start. The fuck are you looking at? Come on,
I
man.
know.
If an offensive guy moves, that's a false start.
If an offensive guy moves after coming set, it's a false start.
It's a false start. Those are the penalties that fucking kill me.
Yeah, the ones that are procedural penalties.
Yes.
That should be called. Like, in week 1, the Chiefs left tackle was always false starting.
Well,
And
it
they
wasn't.
would
It
not
wasn't.
call it.
It wasn't that he was false starting. He wasn't lined up with the.
Okay.
He wasn't lined. God, fucking phone.
He wasn't on the line.
He wasn't lined up. You got to be at his belt.
Yeah.
The helmet has to be at his belt, and he wasn't even there. And then he was kind of. They give him that little split second. I mean, there's a couple of times they did catch him on that one game where he's going like 2 seconds prior to the snap. They give you that split second before the snap, but
Yep.
it is what it is.
He was also forecasting everything that the team did with his fucking shaky leg.
Yeah.
But yeah, if his leg was shaking, they were throwing it.
Mm-hmm.
The guy is really good, Juwan Taylor.
Yep.
But he's giving away plays.
Yeah, I agree.
Some teams do that. That's what our coach always said. If they're white knuckling, they're running.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we would key on, even though we had guys that couldn't fucking tackle. But and that's when I was playing, and that's what I would tell my guys. I'm like, if they're white knuckling, they're running the ball. And what I mean by white knuckling is when they put their hand down, their hands, their knuckles become white because they're getting ready to pop off.
Oh, what movie was it? If you've seen the movie Invincible, they have that line in it.
Yes. But that's one of the
I'm
keys.
just giving an example.
No, I know. That's one of the keys.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't have anything. I did want to do the college football. That came out this week.
It did. Okay.
And I'm going to that now. We'll do that.
Oh, Chris Olave stuff? Did you want us to talk about that?
Oh, yeah. Heather, you put that stuff in the chat.
Apparently, he was going double the speed
He
limit.
was going 70 and a 35. And then
Yep.
he goes, "You don't know who I am. I'm Chris Olave." And the cop goes,
Oh, he pulled the "Do you know who I am" card.
"Yes." And the cop looked at him and said, "I don't give a fuck who you are."
You're driving double
Good.
the speed limit, and he sits there and he's, "I play for the Saints, man." And the cop just went, "And?"
You were going 70 and a 35.
That's like a coach I know said, "Do you know who I am? My brother's this." I'm like, "And? Your point?"
Yeah. There's another player.
He pulled that on me once in a game. I'm like, "And?"
There's another player being charged with the murder of his mother, too.
Sergio Brown, yeah, apparently he's being charged with murder. Well, apparently they're not out, but I'll start talking about it.
Okay.
So apparently the college football rankings, this is a prediction, and I kind of agree with them. But I don't know, man. I kind of like what they're doing here.
Let me guess, Wisconsin's up pretty high.
No, Wisconsin's not even fucking ranked, and they shouldn't be. Although, I will say this. I watched that game, and I told Heather, this is how you win.
Yeah.
Because I told her, Wisconsin, the only way Wisconsin last year would have fucking tried running the ball on 4th and goal, or 3rd and goal, or whatever it was. And that would have cost them the game. The only way that they were going to win the game is they run some sort of boot action kind of, and they did. And it was an offensive tackle. Did a little bit of a play action boot and dumped it. It was so good. And that's how you win. That's why Luke Fickell became the head coach at Wisconsin. If you aren't on board with that, then you need to not be a fan of Wisconsin either. I was totally a fan of what he did. He went against what everybody wanted him to do, and I love him for that. Because I would have done the same fucking thing. I would have done the same fucking thing. Loved it. So that being said, number 10, Oregon. This isn't the rankings aren't out yet.
These are just predictions for the rankings.
These are predictions. Number 9, Ole Miss. Number 8, Alabama.
I agree. They haven't been very impressive this year.
Number 7, Texas. They have had one loss, and that was to Oklahoma. Number 6, who do you think it is?
Georgia?
It is. Georgia is ranked number 1 in the country right now as far as coaches polls and stuff. But they haven't been really dominant.
No. The SEC hasn't been that.
It hasn't been that dominant. Number 5.
Florida?
No, they suck. No, they're pretty. No, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. And I'm going to tell you right now, I told you Graham Mertz was going to fucking ball. Look at him. One of the best quarterbacks in college football this year. I don't know why people don't fucking listen to me. Oklahoma.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
Number 4. Washington. Number 3. Almost my alma mater. Florida State. Who do you think number 2 is?
Clemson?
Yeah, it's 2 Big Ten teams.
Oh.
Who are the 2 Big Ten teams?
Ohio State.
It is Ohio State. And number 1 is Michigan.
Yeah,
Although Michigan might get in trouble. Because apparently they had some guy bought tickets and then gave somebody the ticket, and then they were sitting facing the team that they're going to be facing at some point. I'm like, okay, whatever. Who cares? I don't know. I don't know what's going to come of it, but if it comes out that they were cheating and stealing signs, you know what I think about cheating and stealing signs? Be better.
What?
Be better at signs. Like, why are people... Oh, they stole our signs. Who cares? Don't use them anymore. Why do you think Why do you think baseball, they went to the pitch com? Can't steal a sign there, can you?
Nope.
Holy shit. Now you have to guess what they're fucking pitching, which is why batting averages are dropping, which I fucking love.
I agree.
Jesus Christ, man. Back in the 80s, 70s, and 80s, and baseball was really good, nobody gave a shit what the sign was being thrown down.
Even the early 90s were pretty good, too.
It's just technology is caught up and they're stealing signs. Whatever. What do you want them to do? I mean, they watch film. I mean, what the fuck? If he throws down this sign and he does all this shit, just go with the third sign. If that don't work, go with the second sign. If that don't work, go with the fourth sign. There's ways to fucking beat it.
Yeah. Or use a
Quit
third sign
fucking
indicator.
complaining about stealing fucking signs, man. Everybody has the same fucking signs. That's why they were able to steal signs. The Astros, that's why they were able to steal signs, because they were using the same fucking shit everybody else does.
Mm-hmm.
Quit complaining about it. Just be better. Do something else. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Like the issue with the fucking the Patriots. When they were stealing fucking plays or whatever the fuck they were doing. Who cares?
It's all pretty much the same.
Did they win the Super Bowl that year?
No, they lost it. That was 07.
They made it there though, right?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. 30 other teams didn't fucking make it. Quit fucking crying about it. Shit happens.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ. I'm of the moniker. If they know what's coming, I need to do something better. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's the coach's job to do better. I'm not going to blame Bill Belichick for what he did.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they watch game film. If they run this formation, we know what they might do. What do you think game film is for?
I know. Spygate wasn't the stealing signs because they were videotaping them in the wrong areas. That's why.
I don't care. You film them anywhere. I don't give a shit. Football is a game of chess.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes teams guess right. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't. But other than that, I don't have anything else. We can get to the picks. We can get to the picks and end it unless Heather has something. I'll wait for her to get back. But all in all, football this week was okay. I don't know. I think I'm just rooting for a good series. I don't want it to be a 4-0 blowout. I don't care who wins.
Oh, World Series?
Yeah, I don't care personally. Thought it was. I'm just glad it isn't the Astros and the fucking Phillies, because it'd have been the same fucking thing as last year.
Yeah.
I'm sick and tired of the Astros. I'm sick and tired of the Phillies. Kind of getting sick and tired of the fucking Braves and Dodgers too.
Mm-hmm.
Baseball's got to do something with their salary cap. They got to do something because teams, not every team, and the Diamondbacks are probably going to be that team that's going to be the next dynasty because they have an owner that'll spend money.
And the MLB is one league where you have the money for it.
Well, the Brewers don't, and they can't afford to fucking throw millions of dollars at players. So the MLB, the competitive balance as far as money goes, is
very unbalanced.
Very, 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 very.
But if
unbalanced.
You want, you can spend the money.
I think they should have a minimum spending. I think they should have a maximum spending limit. And if they do have the luxury tax, but they need to tax them teams even more so that they kind of forces them not to go over that spending limit.
The MLB needs a salary cap.
They
and
need
a hard
something.
cap.
It doesn't have to be a hard cap, but it needs something. It needs something. The best salary cap in pro sports is hockey.
Yeah.
It is a very hard cap. You cannot go over the salary cap. Football, they give you a little leeway. You have to get under the cap by a certain date.
And hockey has a minimum spend also.
That is true.
You must spend at least this much.
I think football does too.
Yeah, football does too.
I think football you have to spend a minimum amount. I don't know what that minimum is, but it is what it is. Did you have anything to add? Okay, we're going to spin the wheel first. And like I said, we'll get Rayshon's picks. We're going to spin the wheel first. See, it's not. It's the computer. It's just so fucking slow.
It's going fine now. It's just, you gotta give it a second.
The Rams at the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say Cowboys.
I'm going Cowboys.
Oh, let me do this real quick.
Yeah, put it up in the.
Hey,
Can you write down here? And then I'll put it into the thing.
once I can find a page that doesn't have like 2 or 3 things written on it, and then it's skipped over.
Whatever. Can you see that, Tim?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Hold on.
So the Rams at the Cowboys. Heather?
Cowboy.
I'm going Cowboys as well. The spread is 6.5. So
Yeah, I'm going Cowboys.
okay, and then we'll get Rayshon's pick.
Everyone went Cowboys?
What?
Everybody went Cowboys?
Everybody went Cowboys except for Rayshon. We'll get his picks later. All right, so now we will pick. Just give me a second. The lock. Heather, I'll let you go first.
I'll lock in the Ravens at the Cardinals.
Ravens at the Cardinals. Okay. Can you still see the Tim?
He can.
Yeah, I can.
How do I get that back up?
After you spin it, click on Discord.
Okay. Sorry, I
It's fine.
didn't mean to spin the wheel. I just hit the wrong button. So I'll leave that up there. Because you can pick, you just can't be your lock. Tim, who do you got?
I'm gonna go the what one am I picking?
Your lock.
Your lock.
I am going the Bills over the Buccaneers.
Bills over the Bucks?
Yeah.
Okay. I will take the Dolphins over the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
Your upset pick. And I'm going to go with, well, actually, you know what? I'll go last since I went first last time. What do you got, Tim? Who's your upset?
I am gonna go. Panthers over the Texans. Both teams suck.
Panthers, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, Panthers are underdogs by 3.
Yes.
No, how you said it, I can still go for what you picked, as long as it's a different category.
So, yes. So, no. I haven't picked anything yet. So you can't...
I'm talking about this right here.
Oh, the lock? You can pick that as an upset. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So what Heather's saying is, since I picked the Dolphins, if she wants to pick the Patriots over the Dolphins, she can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not going to, but I'm just
Gotcha.
I want to be clear on it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is it the Titans that have +3? Or is it the Falcons that are
The
+3?
Titans, if it's +3, that means... Where you seeing that? I'm sorry. So the Titans are at home, so they're underdogs by 3. The Falcons are favored by 3.
Ow.
Yeah. I'm gonna
How
go-
are the Falcons favored by 3? The Titans suck.
Fair enough, yeah.
So did the Falcons, though.
Yeah, no,
That's why I'm like,
they're
wow.
actually in first place in the NFC South right now.
Tells you how bad the NFC South is.
Well, the NFC North is no better. No better.
Mm.
I'm actually gonna go 49ers over the Bengals.
The 49ers are favored.
So then Bengals over the 49ers.
Okay. I'm actually going to go. Saints are favored by 1. I think I'm going to go Colts over the Saints. And then you're random, Tim.
I'm going to go Lions over the Raiders.
Okay. Are you actually, hopefully you actually do well this week.
Yeah, that would be a good thing.
What do you got?
Just because I need points, I'm going Chiefs over the Broncos.
Damn it, she took my pick.
Ha! I ain't gonna make it easy for you.
I'm gonna go Eagles over Commanders.
Mm.
And then we'll get Rayshon's picks, and I'll have Heather jump on Skype or Discord. I'll jump on Discord with him, and we'll go through the picks. And then I'll show you this week's or last week's results.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to stop sharing. All right. And I'm going to do this.
Yes, go live.
Oh, I know. So, if you look on the upper right-hand corner of our thing there, score totals for the year. Of course, I'm ahead, 25. Rayshon's got 23. Tim has 15. And Heather, who had a decent week, she had the same amount of wins as I did and Rayshon did. Tim sucks.
Yes, I do, apparently.
You don't suck. But everybody, if I remember right, everybody picked their upset right. Yeah, everybody picked their upset right this week.
Uh-huh.
The only one that picked the right on the wheel was Rayshon, and Rayshon missed his random, and I missed my wheel. Got everything else. As you can see, if there's a number there, that means we were right. The 1.5 is because they won. They actually won the game, which that has happened like I think 14 times this year. I have to go back and look.
Something like that, yeah.
But it's happened every week. So the upset. This tells you how much parity is in the NFL. When you have, you don't see a lot of games where it's a big time spread anymore. You see a lot of games where everybody is pretty tightly knit.
But it's between 3 and 7 points.
I mean, the Vikings just beat the 49ers, and the Packers are only underdogs by 1, if I remember correctly.
Spelt the wheel again. Yeah.
Yep, the Packers are underdogs by 1 point.
You got the one game there at 9.5.
That's as high. That's
one.
the highest, biggest one. So that's what makes this fun. And let's keep in mind this isn't for money. We're just having fun with this. So, with that said, I think I'm pretty much out of
I'm good.
things to talk about.
Same.
Oh, crap.
What?
Oh, there we go. Just give me a second.
It's gonna take a second.
Come on. So with that said, I think we're gonna call her a night. I want to thank everybody for being here that came here.
Stop sharing screen then.
I'm trying.
There we go.
So I want to thank everybody for being here. Heather, she does a lot behind the scenes. I actually set up the show tonight.
Well, that's because I had to give Wendy a shower.
We had to give Wendy her shower, and she's not feeling good again. She's sleeping.
Nope.
No. And then Tim. I want to thank Tim for joining us. He always has very insightful referee discussions.
Yep.
I may sound like an asshole.
May.
But let me finish. I'm very passionate about football.
Yeah.
I'm not just going to sit idly by while people slander and slam a player for something that's not their fault.
Oh, I agree.
I'm not going to sit idly by while people slam the wrong fucking people for... Coaches are not always the fucking problem. Joe Barry is not at fault for Green Bay's shortcomings this year. In fact, they have one of the better defenses. They just can't stop the run when they need to. And that is execution. And I've seen the pundits say it, it's not the coach, it's the fucking execution on the field. Joe Barry puts the players in the right fucking position. He just doesn't always, they just don't execute properly. Stop fucking shitting on fucking people when it's not their fault. Shit happens. Green Bay's gonna suck. Green Bay's gonna suck the rest of this year. I said it before the season even fucking started. They may win 6 games, and that's pushing it. It'll be okay. I've come to figure this out myself. It's only a game. I have come to figure this out. It's only a game. I have no vested interest in it except that they're my favorite team. That's it. So thanks, everybody. I want to say goodnight. Heather, thank you for everything you do. Tim, have a good night. Everybody out there, stay safe and be well. And we'll talk to you next week. Are you guys doing something tonight?
We're jumping back into Diablo again.
Gonna do Diablo tonight, so join over on the Horny Goat for that, and we'll see you next week.
Night, y'all.
Bye-bye.
Bye.